In a quiet suburban neighborhood, there was a small, dusty garage that most people walked past without a second thought. But inside that garage worked a young man named Ethan Carter. Ethan wasn't born into wealth. He didn't have powerful connections. What he did have was a second-hand laptop, a stack of unpaid bills, and a dream that just wouldn't die. Every single morning, Ethan's alarm went off at 5 a.m. Not because he was a morning person, but because he had to be. He worked a regular job during the day, stocking shelves and handling customer complaints. Who's to head be but his nights? His nights were a different story. They were spent hunched over his laptop, learning everything he could about business, marketing, and technology from free online resources. People around him didn't get it. They laughed. "Why are you wasting your time?" they'd ask. "Just get a stable job. You need to be realistic." But Ethan saw something they didn't. He saw that the world was changing, and for those willing to look, opportunity was everywhere. His first attempt at a business was a disaster. He poured all his savings into building a small online service. After 3 months, crickets. No customers, no sales. Just the deafening silence of failure. He felt embarrassed, ashamed, and was on the verge of quitting. One night, sitting alone in that cold garage, he asked himself a question that changed everything. If I quit today, will my life be any different 5 years from now? The answer terrified him. So, instead of giving up, he decided to adjust. Ethan didn't blame the economy or the competition. He didn't complain about social media algorithms or bad luck. He blamed his own lack of skill. And so, he got to work. He studied harder than ever before. He dove deep into customer psychology, trying to understand how people think. He analyzed why businesses fail. He learned that value creates money, not just effort alone. While others were binge-watching shows, Ethan was watching tutorials. While others slept, Ethan was testing new ideas. And slowly, but surely, something began to change. A year later, Ethan launched another small business. This time, it was different. He was focused on solving a real, painful problem for small companies. The first sale came through at 2:30 a.m. It wasn't a huge amount, but to Ethan, it felt like winning the lottery. Why? Because it was proof. Someone, somewhere in the world, trusted his solution enough to pay for it. That one sale turned into 10. 10 turned into 100, and 100 turned into thousands. But success didn't make life easier. In many ways, it made it harder. He faced brutally long working hours, employees quitting, and scary cash flow problems. Self-doubt was a constant companion. At one point, a bad business decision nearly wiped him out completely. But instead of giving up, he remembered why he started in the first place. He wanted freedom, he wanted to make an impact, and he wanted to grow. So he pushed forward. He reinvested the profits back into the business. He built systems to make things run smoother. He hired smarter people, and he focused on his long-term vision instead of chasing short-term comfort. Within 5 years, Ethan's business had exploded beyond his neighborhood, beyond his country. He had clients from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and all across Europe. What started in a dusty garage was now a global operation, running across multiple time zones. The same people who once laughed at him were now asking, "How did you do it?" Ethan's answer was always simple. "I just didn't quit when quitting felt like the most reasonable thing to do." The real lesson here isn't that Ethan was special. He succeeded because he stayed consistent, even when the motivation was gone. He understood a universal truth of business. Success rewards patience and persistence, not luck. It doesn't matter if you're in New York, London, Toronto, or Sydney. The principles are the same everywhere. Solve real problems. Never stop learning. Fail forward. Stay disciplined. And always think long-term. If you're watching this right now and feeling stuck, feeling like you're in your own version of that garage, remember this. Every successful business you admire, every entrepreneur you follow, every empire you respect, started with a cloud of uncertainty. Your location doesn't define your future. Your background doesn't limit your potential. And your past failures do not decide your destination. What matters is what you choose to do today. Start small, stay consistent, and never, ever underestimate where your persistence can take you. Because your garage, whatever it looks like, might just be the birthplace of your future. Thanks for watching.